Japan's Slim lander accomplished a precise moon landing with just one functioning engine, according to JAXA. The successful landing occurred at 25.2 for 889 east, 13.315 for 9 south, on the slope of Shioli crater, meeting the mission's crucial criterion of high-precision landing within 100 meters of the target point. Slim achieved this milestone on January 19, making Japan the 5th country to land on the Moon. Despite issues with power generation that limited the spacecraft's active time on the lunar surface, there is optimism for Slim's reactivation before the end of the month. During the final landing phase, it was revealed that one of the 2 main thrusters likely failed, causing unintended lateral motion above an altitude of 50 meters to touchdown. Despite this challenge, Slim's onboard software autonomously identified the anomaly, allowing the descent to continue with the remaining engine gradually moving towards the east while controlling the horizontal position. The Slim landing process involved 2 steps, first, with landing thrusters down, followed by a smaller thruster firing to tip the spacecraft onto its side. The spacecraft was then cushioned by 5 crushable, 3D ear-printed aluminum lattice landing legs. An image captured by one of the rovers, Transformable Lunar Robot LEV-2, revealed Slim on the lunar surface with its thruster pointing upwards. The cause of the apparent engine malfunction is currently under investigation. Sierra Space has triumphantly conducted a successful full-scale test of its inflatable module designed for commercial space stations. The company revealed on January 22 that it executed a burst test for the full-sized Large Integrated Flexible Environment (LIFE) module at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, demonstrating its capability to surpass the agency's safety standards. In the ultimate burst pressure test, the LIFE module was inflated until it burst at 77 psi, exceeding NASA's recommended level by nearly 27%. This milestone follows a series of subscale tests, including one in September where a subscale version with a metallic blanking plate achieved a 33% safety margin. Sierra Space's next objective was to perform burst tests on the full-scale LIFE module. The primary focus of the burst tests was to showcase the performance of the module's restraint layer, or pressure shell, comprised of Vectron straps and other fabrics, developed in collaboration with ILC Dover. LIFE is designed to fit within a 5-meter payload fairing during launch and then expand in orbit, reaching a volume of 300 cubic meters when fully deployed, approximately 1/3 of the habitable volume of the International Space Station. Sierra Space has proposed an expanded version of LIFE designed to fit into a 7-meter payload fairing, boasting a volume of 1,400 cubic meters. Tom Weiss, chief executive of Sierra Space, emphasized that the inflatable space station technology offers the largest in-space pressured volume, superior unit economics per on-orbit volume, and the lowest launch and total operating costs. Sierra Space envisions LIFE as a key contribution to Orbital Reef, a commercial space station venture with Blue Origin and others. Additionally, the company proposes launching a LIFE module as a standalone Pathfinder space station before Orbital Reef. In June, Sierra Space secured an unfunded NASA Space Act agreement to access NASA expertise and data for both Pathfinder and the crewed version of its Dream Chaser spaceplane. Sierra Space has outlined plans for additional tests of LIFE technology throughout the year, focusing on aspects such as the atmospheric barrier and layers protecting against micrometeoroids and orbital debris. The company anticipates commencing work on flight hardware for LIFE within 24 to 36 months, as stated in September. The Pentagon has initiated a move to declassify certain secret space programs and technologies, after adhering to strict classification policies for an extended period. The U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, aims to enhance the country's military dominance in space by making select space programs more transparent. Amid the global trend of superpowers militarizing space, some Pentagon leaders advocate for declassifying specific secretive U.S. space initiatives. U.S. Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks recently sanctioned a new policy designed to lower the classification levels of highly confidential space programs and technologies, deeming existing classification restrictions outdated and hindering U.S. space superiority. According to DoD Assistant Secretary for Space Policy John Plum, The classification memo effectively revises a legacy document from 2 decades ago, which is no longer suitable for the contemporary national security space landscape. However, the policy shift does not imply full declassification and public disclosure of these programs and technologies. Instead, it aims to reduce their classification levels, facilitating the sharing of certain technologies and programs with private industry and international allies. The objective is to empower the US with an asymmetric advantage and force multiplier that surpasses the capabilities of China and Russia, as stated by Plum in a DoD statement. Advocates for this new classification policy within the Pentagon argue that excessive classification has impeded the deployment of advanced military capabilities for deterring potential attacks from adversaries, which was the primary purpose of these programs. In a noteworthy departure from the norm, the U.S. Space Force and National Reconnaissance Office disclosed general capabilities of the Silent Barker Watchdog satellite, launched by United Launch Alliance in September 2023. NASA has successfully opened the sample canister of the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft, marking a crucial achievement in the mission's quest to unveil the secrets of the collected asteroid material. The breakthrough came on January 10 when a team of NASA technicians overcame the challenge posed by 2 stubborn fasteners, granting scientists unprecedented access to the treasure trove amassed during the probe's extensive billion-mile journey. In September 2023, the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft made history as the first U.S. mission to bring an asteroid sample back to Earth. However, the eagerly awaited sample remained tantalizingly out of reach within a return capsule due to the obstruction caused by 2 fasteners, resistant to the limited selection of approved tools. Despite earlier extraction of 70.3 grams of material from the exterior of the touch-and-go sample acquisition mechanism, TAGSAM, the majority of the asteroid sample was confined within the capsule. The recent success involved freeing 2 of the 35 fasteners on TAGSAM, previously impervious to the approved tools. Now that the obstructing fasteners have been removed, NASA's Astromaterials Curation team at the Johnson Space Center in Houston can proceed with disassembling the TAGSAM head to access the remaining asteroid material, including dust and rocks measuring up to approximately 1 cm in size. The final sample mass will be determined in the ensuing weeks. Looking ahead, NASA plans to unveil a comprehensive catalog of all Bennu samples later in the year. This catalog will serve as a platform for scientists and institutions worldwide to submit requests for research or display, opening up new avenues for scientific exploration. This close-up image from the Hubble Space Telescope showcases the spiral galaxy IC438, revealing its core and intricately coiled inner spiral arms on the left side. On the right side, one of the arms descends from above, curving against the dark backdrop. Notably, a bright star resides within the arc of the arm, accompanied by a couple more stars near the galaxy. Just when we believe we've witnessed the pinnacle of astronomical photography, the Hubble Space Telescope astounds us once more with a journey to a distant galaxy. These images not only evoke a range of emotions, but also prompt moments of reflection amid our hectic lives, allowing us to appreciate the capabilities of a space telescope and the enchanting nature of our universe. Regardless of the celestial subject or galaxy presented in these visuals, they magically transport us to a vantage point overlooking the unknown, offering a captivating view of the beauty and enigma visible only through the lens of a telescope. Let's return momentarily to Earth to delve into the specifics of the recently unveiled photo from the NASA European Space Agency Hubble Space Telescope. The featured galaxy is IC438, a spiral galaxy situated a considerable distance from Earth, precisely 130 million light-years away. It resides in the constellation Lepus, meaning the hare, surrounded by familiar star patterns such as Canis Major, Orion, and Canis Minor, captured in 2021. This Hubble photo serves as a tool for scientists studying the repercussions of a supernova explosion that occurred in 2017, from our earthly perspective. Although the immediate aftermath or the explosion's exact moment is not visible in this image, it narrates a significant astronomical tale. Following a 3-year exploration on Mars, NASA concludes the Ingenuity helicopter mission. NASA has validated the possibility of achieving powered, controlled flight in extraterrestrial environments, echoing the pioneering achievements of the Wright brothers on Earth. The landmark Ingenuity Mars helicopter has wrapped up its mission on the Red Planet, exceeding expectations with numerous flights beyond its initial scope. While still standing and in communication with ground controllers, recent images from its January 18 flight indicate damage to one or more rotor blades during landing, rendering it incapable of further flight. Initially conceived as a technology showcase for up to 5 experimental test flights over 30 days, this trailblazing aircraft operated on Martian terrain for nearly 3 years, completing an impressive 72 flights, over 14 times the intended distance, and accumulating more than 2 hours of total flight time. Launched alongside NASA's Perseverance rover on February 18, 2021, Ingenuity demonstrated the viability of powered, controlled flight on Mars after its inaugural liftoff on April 19. After an additional 4 flights, it transitioned into a new role as an operational demonstration, functioning as an aerial scout for Perseverance scientists and rover operators. In 2023, 2 successful flight tests expanded the team's understanding of its aerodynamic capabilities. Spanning almost 1,000 Martian days, more than 33 times the originally planned duration, Ingenuity encountered both challenges and triumphs. Upgrades enabled the helicopter to autonomously select landing sites in challenging terrains, surmounting a dead sensor, self-cleaning after dust storms, and operating from 48 different airfields. 3 emergency landings and successful navigation through a harsh Martian winter were significant milestones in its journey. Designed for spring operations, Ingenuity faced difficulties during the coldest winter nights due to an inability to power its heaters, resulting in periodic freezing and resetting of the flight computer. These power brownouts prompted the team to redesign winter operations, enabling Ingenuity to persist in flight. With flight operations now concluded, the Ingenuity team will conduct final tests on helicopter systems and retrieve remaining imagery and data from Ingenuity's onboard memory. The Perseverance rover is currently too distant to attempt imaging the helicopter at its final airfield.